You bomb in your pants?
What is that?
I don't know. Oh,
What?
No. It sounded like the theme song fucked up. Hold on.
What's it doing?
I don't know.
Are you doing that on
I
purpose?
swear to you, I'm not. It sounds like somebody's saying like hard deconstruction, but then there's like a huge curse word in the middle and they can't play it. Let me see if this version works.
Just keep going.
What the fuck was that? Oh wait.
Is it recording?
Okay, there we go.
There, now it worked.
I think the original one was saying racial epithets and it cut itself out. Anyway, so Hardy Construction, it's Big Harbor Bitching, it's Dexter, Season 8, Episode 5, with your host, Alex and
Enrique Morales.
And today's episode of Dexter's called
This little piggy
This Little Piggy Stars Dexter as
went to the
Dexter.
market.
Anyway, obviously it's, who's that guy who plays Dexter?
Michael C. Hall.
Michael Seaman Hall, yes. As well. It's so funny. I got bitten by a bunch of mosquitoes this past week, and with my hypochondria, I thought I was going to get West Nile virus. And then I thought, what if that's how Dexter dies in this show?
From West Nile virus?
Every morning he's bitten by a mosquito in the episode. So what if
that's true.
Imagine that's how he dies. That's like the best.
You know what?
Really.
Like, that in a way would be a satisfying ending.
Imagine that the episode starts out with with him bitten, and then he just never wakes up, and that goes right to credits, and that's how.
Or it just shows like there's a whole episode like him in the hospital like dying, and he's like on his like computer trying to like track killers, but he's just like too weak to do it, and then he just dies.
He gets so lazy that he just hangs the pictures of the photo, like the victims, over his bed, and he asks them to lay on a plastic table because he's too bedridden to do it.
Right,
Anyway.
and then he like wheels up to them in a wheelchair and like, has his nurse help him stab him.
So this episode, what happens in this episode, Danny? Because I kind of forgot what happened.
Well, this is directly after
Yes.
Deb tries to kill him in a car crash. Basically like Cameron Diaz style in Vanilla Sky.
Yes, and Michael C. Hall's face is already as puffed up as Tom Cruise's face in that movie, so.
Pretty soon he's gonna be jumping up and down on a couch.
And making out with Paz. What was her name? Patricia Velasquez. No, Patricia Velasquez was the girl from The Mummy Part 2. Who the hell was the girl?
Cruz?
Oh, yeah, something Cruz, right?
Yeah, I can't think of her name.
Who cares? She's nowhere.
Incestual.
She's in good Spanish movies.
She's his Spanish twin.
So, I was going to say Tom Cruise.
Okay, so it starts out actually
Family
a therapy
meeting.
session, I believe, right?
Yes, between Dexter, Deb, and Dr. Vogel.
Yeah. And Dexter was very angry. I was thinking it was going to be what you were saying. Dexter's like had it with her, but they're good now.
Yeah, they can't. They took care of that. I guess we're really not good at predicting what's going on in this show, right? I thought Vogel was going to die this episode. I thought
Vogel's evil. I still think she's evil, but I don't think she's as evil. I don't think she is the one that was, making it all happen. But what I do think is that she probably created a lot more Dexter type of people, and I think that she might have had something to do with Harry's death.
I still have some hope. Well, not hope, but I still have an inkling that she is the one that killed Harry, and
or like maybe she had one of her creations, like who knows who of all her patients, kill Harry so he wouldn't spill the beans about it or something,
Right. Okay. So. That's interesting that they start out the first half of the episode with Dexter, pissed off at Deb, and she's still kind of on this plane of now she realizes she can't live without him because that's her brother, and Vogel's navigating this, I guess, to her benefit so that they kind of get along. Vogel doesn't seem evil in this episode, so
yeah, not at all.
I felt bad because the sequence where she's getting terrified by that guy. It's like you could tell it's between a good actor and a not so good actor.
Right.
He's like, she's like, please don't hurt me, and he's like, you're making me crazy. He's like, just that kind of really like you could just tell the difference between their acting, and you're like, oh boy.
Yeah, and that's weird because it's like the final season. You'd think that they would find the best actor possible or something.
Lou Gossett Jr. or somebody.
Like, at this point, they're like, fuck it.
You can get like a Danny Glover.
Like, he does a bad job, and the director's like, I don't feel like reshooting it, fuck it.
Yeah, right. These were like the test shots, and he had no time to reshoot them and shit.
Right.
It was supposed to be fucking Lawrence Olivier is dead. Anyway, so Dexter and Deb, they got that whole little squabble going on. What this subplot with
the Hamiltons.
Yes.
The rich
woman,
guy.
The Spanish worker who was murdered, or the Hispanic lady that was murdered, who was I guess working for this rich guy called Hamilton, and now his son is seemingly the killer of the.
Yeah, and he looks like someone. I don't know where I know him from, but he looks like someone.
Like who? Like Tom Cruise or bringing it back?
I don't know. I just think I know him from something, but I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't matter.
What do you think about the subplot of Angel choosing Quinn over that other? I still don't know what that lady's name is.
I think her name's like Miller or something.
Okay, Miller, and because they're really trying to make it seem she's important, but I don't really know who the fuck she is, honestly.
I mean, well, in the previews for the next episode, he doesn't choose Quinn. It said.
Oh really? I didn't notice that.
Yeah, I think I saw that, but like, then again, that could just be misleading us. Maybe he does. Who knows?
Yeah, I think it's misleading because then you see Quinn going, "Hey Dexter, I know what you're doing." He's just gonna say, just like somebody online said, "Thanks for watching out for that kid on me." That's it.
I do have a new theory, possible theory, that Angel's gonna find out that Dexter like killed Greta basically or whatever, and like kill Dexter or get him in trouble or something. I don't know.
Why do you say that?
Because when Dexter smashed the thing that Greta left. That he gave of Greta's, or his son smashed it. You're
still holding on to that, right?
I'm still holding on to that, yeah.
Well, how's he going to find it? He's going to go in there and find the dust particles? He probably threw it out already.
Yeah, but he's not going to see it. I don't know. I just feel like something will happen with that, maybe. And also, they mentioned Hannah for the first time.
Oh, right, because of the new girlfriend. I knew that. I'm telling you, something's going to go on with that new girl with Dexter, and then Hannah's going to kill her or something like that. That's what I feel is going to happen.
Right.
What's
the
up?
The new girl is hot. Dexter has no sex drive.
I guess so. Maybe his dark passenger is trying to turn him homosexual or something. Who knows?
Maybe. But then why isn't he after Vince? I mean, Vince is hot.
What about Vince's daughter, that subplot with her maybe needing something? And I don't think she needs anything, but it's very like...
Well, she's like eating all the food and stuff. I don't do that.
It seems very... it's like recycling the plot with the young intern, the blonde girl that stole a hand.
Right.
From the previous, I think the 5th season or something like that. Oh, the 6th season?
6th season.
And,
Isaac's season. Whatever Isaac's season was.
No, I think she stole the hand before that season. Yeah, she stole the hand before that season because she was in it for like a couple episodes, remember? The hand went to the nerd in the following season with Isaac, and then he got killed.
Oh, okay, whatever. But anyway, yeah, the daughter, I don't know. I like that they're giving Vince something now, but I don't think it's going to really go anywhere, really.
Yeah, I think it's just
it's just more like, okay, let's give Vince, like, one thing to do.
So, Vogel being almost killed by this dude, I still don't think he's the guy. He's the...
The brain surgeon? No, he is, though.
I read something bad. You want to cover your ears, Danny?
No, don't say it.
I don't know if it's real, though.
Don't say it anyway.
But the way they're setting it up for the next episode, this guy kind of got it on point where they're trying to set up that kid, Hamilton's son, to be the next Dexter.
Right.
And somebody online said, yeah.
Well, that was in the previews.
Right. So I guess somebody wrote this before they saw the previews. They were like, tonight you'll meet Dexter's protege. And I was like, uh-oh. So I just stopped reading. I did read something else about who the actual killer is.
There's going to be like a spin-off. And it's going to just be that kid, and Dexter, like, will make a little cameo. It'll be like Batman Beyond, but with Dexter.
Chexter. But apparently they from what I read of who the killer's supposed to be, has not even appeared on the show yet. So,
Really?
Yeah.
But this guy took brains.
No, he just killed hookers. Oh, I mean women. Why do I keep saying they're hookers? Sorry, it's misogyny.
We said this in the last episode too. Alex thinks all women are hookers.
Oh, jeez. So anyway, the strengths of this episode. Misandry. Go ahead.
I don't know. I didn't like this episode that much.
Yeah, I think it was kind of middle. What do you think is up with Deborah's boss and kicking that guy's ass? Is that supposed to be like a guy he's had a problem with before, you think? Because he kind of just beats that guy's ass.
What, in the preview or whatever?
Yeah. Because it seems like that guy's.
I didn't even see that was her boss. I just saw someone get punched really quick. I didn't get
her boss punching out a guy who was trying to take her out on a date. And I was waiting for them to give that actor, something to do, because he seems like he's just there and giving.
Well, he fantasizes about fingering Deb's sweet puss like all day.
He's
24/7.
He's just giving her energy drinks filled with his dried semen. It's like that's all he does.
He always puts a little squirt in each one.
I swear, like he shook up an energy drink for her, and then he did it in another episode. And I was like, did they just fucking use the same footage of him shaking the drink? Like it made no sense. Like it almost looks
got
like
his routines down.
Her. Yeah. So
They put a squirt of semen. That's the big breakthrough, actually. That's going to be like one of the last shots. Is you'll see all the footage of him shaking it, and then it'll show like 2 minutes earlier he's in the bathroom whacking it.
And you know how they'll have like
it's in black and white, like grainy footage.
And final episodes they'll have a recap of a character's whole like series. Like they'll show Dexter throughout the whole like years. Instead they'll just show him for the last 5 minutes.
Right.
And his
jerking off, and then they'll show Angel like teleporting with his time travel ability.
Yeah, and then like somebody taking a shit on LaGuardia's bench and stuff like that.
Oh, one thing I thought would be really cool would be if Dexter, like in the last episode or something, Dexter has like a vision, and they have every single person he's ever killed on the show.
Oh, that'd be pretty cool.
Like, like almost like if he's in court, like, it could be like a kind of corny thing, like but just have like them all in the audience of the courtroom, like all of them though, like the guy with the the bullhorns, all that kind of shit. It'd be really cool.
He's in hell with the bullhorns. You know what I think would be even better? Like, imagine if LaGuardia's bench was actually made out of LaGuardia, like her bones and stuff. And then Dexter like saves the day at the end, and he goes and he puts his hand behind his head and he sits on it, and then the bench takes him into hell, like it grabs him.
It's like the scene in Ghost with those shadow demons.
Yeah, exactly. It's like dragging me to hell with Dexter.
Patrick Swayze comes up, but it's like post-cancer Patrick Swayze.
Jesus Christ. And then he jumps off of a stage in slow motion and starts dancing with his knees up and snapping his fingers. Imagine at the final episode of Dexter, like you see him land on a mosquito's arm, and the mosquito smashes him, and that's how it like goes to credits after that.
And then you see an orange, and the orange kills him with a knife, or like kills him.
It's just reversed, and then the house is walking out of him at the end and smiles at the camera and stuff. Anyway, but so not right on Vogel in this episode getting killed, almost getting her feet smashed. But it was pretty cheap how she kind of slapped him. This was kind of a weak.
Well, I guess it helps to be a psychiatrist.
Yeah, it was a good weak episode.
It was a little anticlimactic.
Yeah.
And also, it basically, I mean, Dexter does this sometimes, but it basically ends the season. Halfway. It's like, okay, so everything's wrapped up. So the serial killer's gone. Everything's good with Dr. Vogel. Deb's all happy now, and what the hell is going to happen? But then they mention Hannah, like, very briefly. It's like, okay, that's, like, the next chapter.
That's what Dexter does. It kind of has 2 seasons in one season, like two
but I feel like this one is really doing it. Like, it started off episode 1. It's, like, the most intense thing. Like, they never do that from the first episode.
Right.
And, like, they've basically fit a whole season in just the last few episodes, and then this one kind of, like, concluded it.
And the way that the show is going, it kind of... Like, if you were to look at Dexter, if it was an episode-by-episode kind of thing, if it was like CSI, you can kind of see that's how the show would be, because it kind of seems like they drag out shit. But I guess, they're just cleaning up plots as slowly as they can. So I think them already fixing up Dexter and Deborah's relationship, I guess, since they don't have any more time left. They have, how many episodes left? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I don't know. Like,
episodes
this
left?
is episode 5, and there's 13, right?
Yeah, so about 8 more episodes left, I would assume. So
that would be 13 minus 5 is 8.
Is that? Oh man, I gotta go to college again. So anyway, but yeah, I think it was a weak episode, but still a good episode. I think I got.
Do you think they'll get back into Quinn suspecting Dexter? Like that was like a whole thing at one point, in like season 4 or something.
That's what it's leading the next trailer to be. You know what I mean? It seems like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously he's gonna be tracking him, and then, of course. As soon as Deborah came in and said she killed LaGuardia, Quinn was already filling her mouth up with, you feel guilty. No, she's telling me she killed her, so let her actually talk about it, idiot. Anyway, whatever. Remember, Vogel has that paper unless she got rid of it. Vogel's gonna do something. I know it. She's gonna do something with that information. Like, what are the reasons would she write this shit down?
It's to publish a book.
Right, but I mean...
But if she publishes the book and Queen recognizes
herself.
things from the book, or something, you know?
Yeah, she would incriminate herself, though, I guess. Or maybe not, I don't know. She still has the tapes of Harry.
Right.
I don't know, she's a weirdo character. Anyway, what's your rating on this episode?
I'm gonna give it like a 7. 7 out of 10. Breaking Dr. Vogel's sweet, sweet, sexy feet.
I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Vince Masuka buying extra, I don't know, nachos and shit for his daughter, chips for his cheap-ass daughter.
Okay.
So with that, Danny, what's the final word?
Ditches.
The horror deconstruction.